This last weekend I was given this design and I thought it would be really easy, but I kept running into issues. And today I want to talk about how I solved it. You ready? Let's go. Hey, what's up? My name is Chris and welcome to Coding in Public. All right, so you can see we've got these cards and I don't yet have the borders on them, but the design shows just a single 1 pixel border around each of these cards without any gaps between them. So at first I thought, well, let's just throw a pixel border on all this. So that's what I did, but you'll notice that inside of here, these borders have a double border, 1 pixel from this side and 1 pixel from this side, which means obviously they don't really match. So the other option I have is I thought, well, you know what we can do is we can use the parent container. So I can come over here and we'll take the parent container and let's just put a border top and a border left on the parent right here. And then you'll see that I just need a border right and a border bottom on all the cards. This is kind of a classic way of dealing with this. So I thought, well, that should work just fine. Well, it kind of does, but it only works when you have exactly that number. So let's come back over this way and let me go ahead and kill one of these right here. So let's get rid of this one. And you'll notice that now we kind of have an issue. Right here, it's fine, but if I keep going down, so let me get rid of a few more of these. Let me just make this a little bit bigger, and you'll see that this is what happens, right? You've got now this line that shows up because this is from the parent. So that's kind of annoying. So you can fix this a couple different ways. So for instance, I said, well, why don't I just use flex? So again, we've got the same issue here. And maybe I say, well, then I won't have these things grow. So I'll have 0, they're not going to grow. Well, we're kind of back to the same issue. I could set the max width and try to adjust all this. And I finally realized, you know what we can do to make this a lot simpler? I can account for any number of cards, however they're added, however many numbers I happen to have. And what we can do is make sure that the cards themselves actually hold the styling. Now, how do you do that in a way that doesn't expand past their border, that doesn't have any impact on the actual layout? Well, we could do grid, we could do flex. It doesn't really matter what we do here. Let's turn it back to grid in this case. Again, you'll see that this works, but it's only because we have those 6 cards. As soon as I change it around, it won't work. Now, what if instead of using a border here, we used a box shadow? And that's where I was like, oh yeah, of course we could do this. Now, what we're gonna do is go 0 pixel left, 0 pixel up and down, 0 spread, and then we'll just do 1 pixel and we're gonna use the color. Now, because box shadow doesn't take up any room in the actual layout of the document, these will overlap each other just fine. Now, depending on how you have these laid out, I don't know how well you can see this, you actually do extend just a little bit past here. And the easiest way to see this is to get rid of just 1 card. So let's do that. And now you'll see that this one is just a little bit higher than the rest. The very bottom one will look like it's higher. And so it doesn't really match up. So you've got to do one other thing, and that is on the parent container, come over here and do a gap of 1 pixel. And like that, it actually gives you a gap, and the box shadows from corresponding like cards next to each other. Here I'm hovering, so it removes it. But corresponding cards next to each other then just overlap with each other. So you don't get that double border. It doesn't change anything about the layout of the document. And it works no matter how many cards you have. 5, 6, 100, doesn't really matter. Even, odd, 1, 2, doesn't matter. The actual card holds that styling without impacting the layout of the document. I don't know if you have this exact use case, but if you do, I hope this was helpful. Well, I hope that was insightful. Maybe there's a way better way to solve all of this, and I'm way overcomplicating it. It would not be the first time. So let me know in the comments below if there's a better way to solve this, but this is at least the solution I came up with that seemed to kind of account for all the different possible scenarios. All right, well, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Happy coding.